show with the topics in need of discussion and two Canadians just trying to make sense of it all. I'm Marissa, Roberto.
And I'm Justin Trudeau, and producer Tyler has a timer that, here on the bottom of the screen, that has some topics as well. Rob and I have 2 minutes per topic and one mute button to rule them all. And I wish you luck on this perilous journey, my friend.
Oh, same to you, good sir.
Thank you.
Same to you. You're very dapper today. I feel like I need to be professional. I show up in a t-shirt. What the hell? Anyway, moving on. Let's start things off with sports, esports, shall we? Because FIFA's EPremier League, well, surprise, surprise, something with the FIFA name attached to it looks a little suspicious.
What?
Ooh, EA's EPremier League went live yesterday at 7 a.m. Eastern with a respectable 2,000 or so viewers watching. However, fast forward to 9 a.m. where the channel went from 5,000 viewers to 37,000 viewers in just 10 minutes. In addition, the stream saw its viewer count fluctuate pretty dramatically by thousands of viewers. So, what exactly do you think is going on here? Like, do you think it's a glitch in the system, or is this obvious view botting, AJ?
Is it just people waking up and deciding to turn on Twitch and seeing what's up, and then needing to get down to business?
Yeah, there have been a couple of different tweets opposing, saying, like, it was lunchtime in the UK, and that's when people could tune in. Some people were saying it's because of a Twitter ad, because you can easily click through and watch on Twitter if people happen to see that ad at any given time. But to see the numbers fluctuate that much is pretty dramatic, unless there's like little ads going up on different league sites. But I still can't imagine that happening either, because I don't think the actual leagues in like Premier League or anything to do with soccer, like the actual sport itself, I don't think they're paying as much attention to the E-League or giving it as much love as they should.
Right. And who does view botting actually benefit in this case? Like, if they were doing that, then it seems that they have been caught. Obviously, there's evidence of this. If it isn't what we're saying, these ads. So, like, do they get extra money for these fake viewers? I'm just confused by this whole story, Marissa.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have and you show that you have a lot of viewers, all of your investors get excited, right? So because remember, it's all about money. So when they see these viewers watching this, the thing is, like, watching FIFA is actually, I love the casters for FIFA. I love the talent. I think they're very exciting to watch. But they have a bigger audience for sports esports. In fact, they have, I think, the biggest audience for sports esports, but it's not this big. So I guess maybe to show investors, like, look, people love us. We have so many people watching, and like these are the eyeballs you want and need. Give us more money. It could be that.
Maybe don't do that on your first stream. Like, build to it. You're giving yourselves away here.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, it's just hard to say. Like, we can't accuse them of using bots. But the thing is, like, why would you do that when so many people are on your ass constantly about all the possibly shady things that you do as a company with EA, right? So gamers are already kind of like really
FIFA and EA come together. Something unscrupulous is going down.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Just speculating. Please let us know what you think in the chat, though. We always love your comments.
All right, switching over to Overwatch. Dafran has announced his retirement from the Atlanta Reign for the, I think it's the second time, it might be the ninth time. Danielle Francesca tweeted yesterday that he is going back to comfy streamer life. The Reign got one OWL stage out of the Danish Pro before he called it a career. It seems like there are no hard feelings between Dafran and Atlanta, as he will stay on as an Overwatch streamer for the team, of course. I'll dive deeper into all of this with Ron on Esports in 30 next Tuesday. We've got lots to say about it, but this is not super surprising because this guy's got a history of these very outspoken moments. He has alluded to retiring before in the past, but they're like, oh, no, I'm staying with the team. But when you're someone as popular as he is and you've got the Twitch following that you have, what's the benefit for sticking around in the league if your team isn't the #1 team in the league? And Atlanta Reign are not. They're pretty middling these days.
But they have a lovely logo.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Cool.
It's just gorgeous. No, it's great. It kind of copy-pasted other things, but it's fine. Well, Lisa and I argued about that on a different episode of Unmuted that you can see in the VODs. But I do think that he's just doing this now because he has obviously a following. He's a streamer, people love him, and that's why he was ushered into this world, right? So clearly he doesn't want to upset his followers, but also the money that he's making from subs. And when you leave your stream, you lose those subs every month. Like, you don't know if you're gonna get the same or retain the same kind of.
Anyway.
Exactly.
And there's something to be said for the stress that comes with being a pro player. Though it's as someone who just enjoys gaming, it's hard to imagine giving yourself into all that stress. Like, just do it for the love of it and don't worry about it too much.
But then you get to show your mom and dad and grandma and grandpa that I'm on a big stage and it's on TV, it's on ABC, it's on TSN, it's on ESPN. Like, it's a big deal. Like, I'm on TV playing video games. See, all this work, all this time that I spent on my computer, it was worth it, Mom. Like, all of that stuff you have, but I guess because he's already done that now, he's shown them, like, look, I could do this, but I really just want to do this instead. Or he could just be trolling us all, and he could just be really indecisive. It's probably the latter, actually. He's maybe just really indecisive.
To the NYXL before you know it. We'll see him get scooped up by another team. I don't know.
Do you think?
I feel like most teams would be like, no, this guy's just too off the wall, too out there. His behavior's too erratic. I mean, he's thrown before in matches, so like, I don't know why you would want that guy on your team.
Oh my God, heck nah. Yeah. Okay, never mind. He's canceled. Yeah. Sticking with dealing with stress, how would you like some ex-military personnel training you in esports? Overactive Media, the parent company of Splice, and the Toronto Defiant have hired 2 ex-military members to teach their teams about leadership, conflict resolution, and stress management. Has it helped though? Well, Splice recently finished 2nd at CWL Fort Worth, and their LEC team is 4th going into the spring split. So, AJ, do you think there's something to these results, or is it just maybe a lucky coincidence?
I mean, when you're part of a team, you're definitely going to need to have different people come in to provide different lessons on, teamwork and synergy and dealing with stress, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Ex-military personnel, sure. I'd be interested to see what their personalities are like, because we have this ingrained stereotypical perception of when you think of like military personnel as being very, of course, proper down the line, and you might be imagining like a big guy coming in there like, listen up, team, this is how we're gonna. But that's not necessarily the case. We've all got to try to remove that stereotypical view of military personnel from our minds. There's a lot of more nuanced, critical thinkers, and obviously the bestest and the brightest need to be recruited into the military, because that's a very important aspect of maintaining society. Here as I backpedal on.
Of course, no, you're right. But I unfortunately was viewing it that way. Like, I was thinking that it was full on like banging on tables, yelling at them in their faces.
But it may not be that way. It may be like, look,
we've
done some scientific research into the best ways to apply, when you're in a high stress situation, like being actually in a literal battlefield. These are the tips that you can use in order to prevail and overcome the stress that you're facing. And in fact, I've recently read some interesting literature about like how to properly fall asleep in circumstance that they have, the U.S. military, I think it might have been the Navy, used to train their men and women to properly like get the sleep that you need, even when you're in these really high stress situations.
Sure. So, I would also imagine that they would teach them how to think outside the box, right? And not be like kind of so fixated on the things in front of them, but to use their periphery a little bit more in game, but also outside of game, kind of notice and pick up visual cues of maybe their teammates around them as well. I mean, obviously it has helped a bit. I think I'm all for this stuff too, like introducing any kind of way. We should do trust falls actually, AJ, later.
Okay.
If you want, we can do a little bit of that. No, but I think it's a great way for people to connect too, and also just having somebody there and teaching is always nice too, right? Instead of your everyday routine.
Mindsets. You got to have your coach, and then I think it's a good thing for a coach to bring in other people to engage your team and just see how people react to things, that sort of thing.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Something close to all of our hearts. A battle royale debate. Last one muted lives to see tomorrow. Huh?
I like it.
All right, here we go. PUBG story for you. Player unknown himself, Brendan Green, said in an interview with The Verge that he sees the future of PUBG in esports. Say what you will about PUBG's place amongst the top battle royales, but there is no denying its infrastructure for esports is ahead of its competition at this point. PUBG may not be offering the $30 million prize pool of Fortnite's World Cup, but it seems to be focused on the long term. Green said that we're not thinking in months and years, we're thinking 5-10 years. It's a couple of questions here. First, is this the right move for PUBG? And second, what is the future of battle royales in esports? I think they will have a place moving forward, but it's not the best for esports in that, like, let's say you're a big fan of a team and they're going to the big tournament in either, Fortnite, PUBG, or Apex Legends, whatever, and they're eliminated from the game. Team won, their first blood, and then you're like, well, I'm gonna turn that off.
Work on their rotations, AJ.
Yeah.
No, I think that it is obviously very wise of him to say these things, because how else is he going to make money? Right. He's got to make money. It's got to be this way, because obviously it's got to be freemium at this point in time for people to jump in and play. Like, I know, I still feel like it needs to be freemium, but
compared to Fortnite and Apex Legends, PUBG is the only one that's still selling for a price.
Exactly. So this is how it needs to go. It should go freemium, and this is how he will make money in the esports scene. The esports scene is still something there. Like you have OGN, who invested a buttload of money. I keep having to look for different words to use instead of swears that I want to use.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, they invested a buttload of money. OGN has a studio in LA where they're putting on these tournaments for MPL. Like it is still a legitimate esport, and it can be something. It's so much fun to watch too. Like when you get into it, you play a lot of PUBG. Like I know you know how great it is.
And then Apex Legends came out, and it's just a superior game in most every way. And that's what I was going to say. I mean, it's interesting to hear him talking about the future of PUBG because he still believes it's got one. And then after playing a game like Apex Legends, I'm thinking, well, they got to implement the ping system, they got to add the slide mechanic, and they got to fix all the things that are still broken with PUBG after all these years. It's been out for 2 years now. They've made buttloads of money, to borrow your phrase, and they still don't have as polished a game as Apex Legends, which is brand new.
Fair. So because it's brand new.
Features in esports. Sure, Brendan Green, the future. Nice that you're still thinking of that.
I think he has to, right? It's his baby, and
that he just stepped away from. He just said, "Okay, I'm done with it." Yeah, he announced he's leaving Bluehole not too long ago.
Rip a friggin' dip, AJ. Okay, fine. Moving on. Now it's time to see what streamers are up to and clip it. Our first clip is from chess player Hikiru, who makes everyone else's ability to remember the no, I screwed that whole thing up. So whatever. Here it is.
I think the line that I looked at, if I remember correctly, was bishop h3, rook c5, king takes h3, rook c4, g4, knight f6, g4 traps the knight, obviously, knight f6, rook f6, rook e8, rook c1, knight c1, rook e1, knight b3, rook e2, rook f4, rook b2, rook a4 to protect the pawn on a2 and hit the pawn on a7, a6, knight d4, king g7, rook c4, c5, knight f5, king f6, knight d6, b6. And this is where my preparation had stopped, if he had played this line.
If he had played this line.
Anyway, first of all, his memory is insane, but I don't know what the heck just happened there.
That's his strategizing for facing off against an opponent on a considered path of play that never even went down. He was thinking ahead for this guy's potential move, but he didn't make that move. But that's what he would have done if the guy had made that play.
Okay, I mean, good for him. Good for him. Yeah. I can't obviously do that. I play chess IRL sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, but it's been a while. That's what my brother and I used to do when we were fighting in video games. Like, we're taking it to the chessboard.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we play chess. Yeah. Chess is a really fun game to play. But no, I can't play it that way, obviously. I'm quite intimidated by that. What? It is. It's fun. Don't at me. Actually, you can at me.
All right, we were all hyped to see Gearbox stream the first look at Borderlands 3. Didn't go very smoothly.
Please help me out, you guys. I love PAX, but come on. We should have brought our own equipment, right? Can we do it, you guys?
Oh, Randy, whoa.
Throwing PAX under the bus there, but they were trying to use Windows Media Player to play the trailer. Like, how do you work in the world of tech and not know VLC is the way to go for your live presentations? I have been at too many conventions going like, we're trying to play the media. Oh, what are they doing? They're using Windows Media Player. Stop it right now. It's issue 1.
Okay, but was that unprofessional of him to call them out?
I don't know.
Randy.
You got to play the room sometimes.
Yeah, you're right.
And you got to, you know it's Gearbox enthusiasts there in the crowd. They're not, I mean, they're all PAX enthusiasts as well.
For sure, but they're on Randy's side more than anything. So he'd rather keep them on his side and turn them against others.
I think he's got some breathing room there. I think that was okay, as long as he's not putting out press releases that are like super condemning.
Apologizing. I'm so sorry. Listen, it's about that time where we tap into my Twitter feed and the things that amuse me. And nothing amuses me more than esports pros and personalities and memes, of course. I also appreciate those who are succinct. And I'm sorry, but this don't get more succinct than this right here with Melee Pro Mewtwo King. If you eat too much, you won't feel good.
Man,
He's so wise.
I need to just
He's
bust
so
that
real.
tweet out every time I go to my in-laws' house. They make amazing food, and I just stuff my face. And it's like every other Sunday when we go over there, I just spend the rest of the day going like, ugh.
Yeah, you're like, listen, if you eat too much, you don't feel good. Okay, but do you have a response to that? And that can also be very succinct?
If you don't sleep enough, you won't
don't feel good.
I don't know. Yeah.
You're just like tweeting these things.
If you
like,
drink too much, you won't feel good. If you game too much, well, you'll feel good while you do it, though.
No, already too many words.
Oh, okay.
Dang it.
All right.
If you eat like Brody, you need Tums.
Speaking of Brody, this next tweet was sent in by Brody, who tells me that it's not from a pro. He just wanted to remind everyone of what MRob looked like on Tuesday this week.
What?
Right.
I love that when you ask a Best Buy employee for anything other than HDMI cable. I love that so much. Listen, I saw this last night, and I honestly could not stop staring at it because it was like looking into a mirror. So
you look like a 90s Gap ad today with the like plain white
know.
top and the
No,
jeans.
someone else today said that I look. Asked me why I dress like Hank Hill.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, with the jeans and t-shirt. Listen, anyway, I do want you guys to at me though. Now I genuinely want to know if I looked like this pupper. Like I want you to tell me who wore it better, okay?
The puppy?
Just pick me.
Okay.
Yeah, the Best Buy puppy. Okay. Now, time for our final profound thought. Well, it kind of makes me feel sad, but I could just be jumping to conclusions. So, Tim the Tatman tweeted, "We are streaming Uno tonight with Courage. Basically, I do work and Dr. Lupo if he answers me. LOL, this is going to be hilarious." So, Ninja actually replied to this tweet with a asterisk check phone for invite and then with the infamous Lonely Pablo meme. Okay, so Ninja obviously feeling left out. Tim ended up responding to Ninja to check his phone on Twitter publicly, but that also seemed like an afterthought, check your phone kind of situation. Ninja, of course, could just be joking, but this honestly plays like someone is legit feeling left out of the party here. Do you think maybe he's gotten a little too big for his britches and maybe these guys are just like, hey, you know what? Like, we don't, like, let's just hang out together. Let's exclude Ninja. Like, what do you think is really going on here?
I don't know.
It's all speculation, of course.
We just ripped into Ninja on the show yesterday, so I'm not necessarily eager to do it 2 days in a row. I don't want this to be my shtick, but yeah, who cares, man? Ninja, why are you so sad about everything?
Yeah.
They're gonna play Uno together. They're obviously not on your level of Twitch followers, like you're #1. Let them go off and have their game. You don't gotta be a part of everything, Ninja.
Right, because then he would be taking, they can do like a squad stream scenario because they have that now, but it's still taking numbers. But I've actually got more for you.
Oh?
AJ, yeah, the boys got into a little gambling session of Uno because he was then invited, right?
You can gamble on Twitch?
Well, apparently. And everyone was done and out except Ninja.
One more game, 100 tier 3.
Listen, bro.
Tim! One more game, 100 tier 3.
We did
one
this.
more. And I throw it back to her, and he threw it right back to me, and I threw it back. Tim, 100.
You cannot do
I
100
threw it right
tier
back
3
to her,
subs.
and she threw it right back to me, and I threw it right back. They wonder why I couldn't mention the frisbee, Tim. I threw it right back to her.
Ninja,
and
listen.
she would throw it back to me. We'd be in the park throwing all day. 100 gifts to tier 3s, Tim. Let's go.
Bro, I'm
Courage
not doing
is
100
gone.
gifted.
Courage is
Jack's
literally
not.
gone.
It's done.
He's
done.
literally gone.
Let's just do like, you know, a couple $100 bets, $50 bets, whatever. Here we are at the end doing $1,000 effing on an Uno game.
Facts.
All I know is I'm about to get off and play League of Legends for like 3 hours straight, ranked.
I uninstalled, so good luck with that.
Good luck, bro.
You want to reinstall and play with me?
No, not at all.
How much to
Not tonight.
How much to reinstall and play with me? How much?
Not
how
tonight.
Much? How much?
I need to go to bed.
Give me a
I have to be up early.
Tonight.
Give me a number.
Love you
Not
guys.
tonight.
Give me a number.
I'm leaving. Love you guys. Bye.
$2,400.
Okay, done.
Yeah, he asked him for his PayPal after, and to be fair, he had just lost $2,000 in Uno, which is why he asked for that money back.
Oh, okay.
But obviously he could just be kidding around. He could also be on the sauce, okay, or he could be going a little crazy. Also, like, I don't know if this is if his behavior is like maybe the after effects of just like an alarming amount of Adderall. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure about that behavior, but also it's like he was just streaming for like 14 and a half hours straight. Like, he had been at it for a while. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you go kind of maybe a little loopy after you're playing for that long. Because he's always kind of like this in a way. This is not like, you know, extra behavior for Ninja. Like, this is just kind of how he is. But everybody was like done. Like, they were done. It was over for them. It was time for bed.
Feels when you're ready to call it a night.
Yeah.
And there's one guy like, come on, keep playing. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta go now.
But only reiterating the initial tweet of like, maybe this is why they didn't want to play with you, Ninja. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, think what you will. I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to be a Keemstar where I'm like stirring a pot with no actual sauce in it.
Marissa, it's time for me to throw.
Okay.
See how I segue?
Nice segue. Yeah. Okay.
All right, it's time for some crowd control where we scrape the bottom of the internet barrel and share with our lovely friends online. First up, I know tweets are generally your domain.
That's right.
But Ocelot Youth tweeted out this video that just has to be shared. Excuse me. He says, this is a 50-second video that felt like it was 4 hours long.
TPS students, it is testing week and it's time to slay all day.
Yeet! Stay woke, be on fleek, and get that Gucci breakfast.
Goals. Say bye, Felicia, to that testing stress. Weather's gonna be turned, right, Chris?
Yes! Toledo weather gonna be V-lit during testing week. A hundo P chance of success. You've got this, kids. Steve, how about that traffic? Are we looking
better than we're talking turn. FOMO won't be an issue. No traffic problems around any TPS schools to keep you from taking those tests.
So get a good night's sleep, do your best. In fact, be extra.
We here at WTOL are V proud of you.
Good luck
on your tests, TPS students.
Listen, like, so many people shared this because it was so cringe. But like, while I was watching it, because I watched this a few times, I started wondering if that's gonna be me one day. You know what I mean? Or if I'm already there. Like,
it's already been me in the past. It's definitely like so it's obviously cringy, but I think they're all well in the know that what they're doing will be seen by like the teachers at the school. It's like, hey kids, don't you think that's cute? All the people on the air, and the students are like, these adults are out of their minds.
Yes, but that's what I mean. Like, they were thinking about the other adults in the studio with them and maybe the teachers. Yeah, but they definitely
I think they're all having a
weren't.
laugh about it. But
You think?
they've got it. Like they can't think that what they did there was actually cool or awesome.
Well, that's the thing, because it makes it funny if they were thinking that. If they were doing it thinking that people would love this and share this, then it becomes completely irrelevant. You know? Like, if they're aware of their own cringe, then it's not as fun.
Have we gone through the meme?
Yeah.
What's
We're
happened
like
now?
taking a deep dive in it.
Is life the farce, or is the farce life? I don't know.
We'll move on to that later. Next up, it's a sequel, baby. We saw some fighting game poses a couple of days ago. Well, I got that beat. It's a dad fighting game. Well, it's just basically dad fighting game poses. Let's see. I mean, like, speaking about cringe, I can't, like, some of these dads, although, like, Sebi behind the camera right now, I know you got some of those moves, buddy. You got those, especially that remote one on lock. I mean, it's cute.
Someone should actually run with this at like a game jam. You know, I could see this done in a 8-bit, 16-bit style with
Did you have one
game.
that you related to?
Probably the napping dad.
Oh, the napping dad.
Yeah.
To be fair, AJ's not a dad.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Anyway.
And it's that's what I mean. Like, I'm scared, even with the news clip, like, if I become a mom, will I be that way with my kid? Like, I don't want that to be the case.
We're all going to be lame.
No.
one day. That's just a part of life. We progress from that brief period of being cool, which, Marissa, you and I are transitioning out of in the imminent future.
Wait, hold up. I don't think I was ever cool. Like, if we're just being honest.
We each had our day at one point. There was one day where we roamed this earth and we were legitimately cool.
Okay, I mean, I just feel all the cringe and not like this emotes happening right now in chat. Thanks for the love, everybody.
Lastly, Reddit user Kevatar came across this masterpiece at their local mall. Mario!
Whoa, a Mario build of canned goods?
It appears as though the bulk of Mario's put together using zoodles and some sort of Chef Boyardee stuffed pasta. I like the please don't touch sign at the bottom.
It's like we're using this to sell our product, but don't touch our product.
Yeah. Please buy these things, but don't yet. Like, let us appreciate the Mario for a little bit first.
It's like, how long do you think that lasted, though? Until somebody came along and pulled a can out right from his old mustachio.
Yeah, that's where they pull the first can.
Well,
definitely.
Oh.
There's no pipe in that, is there?
Oh my God, it's so real. Some total dick would come in and, okay, whoops.
Yep.
Never mind.
Moving on.
Let us know who you think won the battle today. Type 1 in the chat for moi, and 2 for AJ Fry. Send us any craziness or any kind of tweets, profound thoughts that you want us to see in our Discord. We'll hit you up there, and we'll see you next time. But until then, hit and follow all of the socials at Squad State.
Bye.